happy readers! It's Bedtime Stories with me, Issy. Are you ready to share a new story? Well, I have chosen a Christmas Dreaded CurlyWurly Fish adventure to share. The title is Grandma and Grandpa Save Christmas. If you have this book at home, you can read along with me. The author, the person who has written this story, is Alan Wade, and the illustrator, the person who has drawn all the pictures, is Sarah Wade. Now Santa has set off on this magical night, Christmas Eve. He is soaring through the sky, but a storm is brewing. I wonder what's going to happen. Shall we read and find out? A Christmas Dreaded CurlyWurly Fish adventure. Grandma and Grandpa save Christmas. Look out for some fun facts. It was the night before Christmas, and Santa was ready for his magical trip around the world. He had made sure his sleigh was loaded with lots of presents and even some sausages for his tea. Then, with the help of his trusty reindeer, Santa's sleigh soared high above the beautiful ocean. Suddenly, the weather changed and a scary storm started to brew. Out of nowhere, a bright bolt of lightning struck the sleigh, sending Santa and his reindeer towards the water. Grandma and Grandpa were fishing on their boat, the Ancient Explorer, and they saw Santa crash into the sea. Unfortunately, so did Captain Smelly Toes on his pirate ship, the Stinky Pooh. He spotted Santa's sleigh, the reindeer, and all the presents floating in the water, and he thought he'd hit the jackpot. But there was something else in the water too. The dreaded CurlyWurly Fish was lurking below the waves. He saw the reindeer in the water and fancied them for a snack. Will Captain Smelly Toes steal all the presents? Will Santa and the reindeer be eaten by CurlyWurly? Will the children get their Christmas gifts? Fun fact, the largest ocean is the Pacific, covering 31% of the Earth's surface. Fun fact, the second largest ocean is the Atlantic, which covers 21% of the Earth's surface. Captain Smelly Toes wanted all the shiny presents and was ready to fire his cannons to get them. He sent his parrot, Polly Pieces of 8, to order Santa to hand over the presents, or else. But Polly became a little confused when he saw Grandpa's red jumper and beard. Polly thought Grandpa was Santa and landed on his head. Meanwhile, the reindeer were swimming in the water, with Rudolph leading the way, little knowing that CurlyWurly was closing in on them. Grandpa realised they needed to help Santa and told Grandma to steer their boat towards the sleigh. "We can't let those mean pirates steal Santa's presents," he exclaimed. Grandma quickly turned the boat towards the sleigh, but Santa and the reindeer were still far away, and they could see something big and scary in the water. "Swim faster, everyone! We must get to safety before that giant fish catches up with us!" Santa shouted urgently. He knew they had to act fast before the pirates and the fish got to them. Will Captain Smelly Toes fire at Santa? Will Grandma and Grandpa get to Santa in time? Will CurlyWurly have a tasty snack? Fun fact, every night certain species of parrotfish envelop themselves in a cocoon, their pyjamas. This protects them from nocturnal predators. They all drew closer to Santa's sleigh, but CurlyWurly got there first, and in one big gulp, he swallowed Santa, the reindeer, the presents, and even the sausages. Captain Smelly Toes, not wanting to let his prize slip away, fired a cannonball at CurlyWurly, who gobbled that up too. Luckily, Rudolph was quick on his feet and jumped up to avoid the cannonball, crashing past him. As he did, his antlers started to tickle the inside of CurlyWurly's tummy, causing him to sneeze. It was a mighty sneeze that shot Santa, the reindeer, the presents, and even the sausages out of CurlyWurly's mouth and onto the deck of the Stinky Poo. Will the Stinky Poo sink under all the weight? Will Grandma and Grandpa save Santa, the reindeer, the presents, and the sausages? What will Captain Smelly Toes do now? Fun fact, 3 fish with Christmas names are the thorny tinselfish, the turkey fish, and a clam called Jingle Shells. Fun fact, there is also an animal called the Christmas tree worm. The Stinky Poo began to sink under the weight, so Santa urged his reindeer to swim away from the ship. They swam towards Grandma's ship, which was fast approaching. Meanwhile, the dreaded CurlyWurly Fish, who had recovered from his sneezing fit, swam towards the sinking ship and gobbled it up. But the weight of the ship and its crew caused CurlyWurly to sink to the bottom of the sea. Santa was now safe from the dreaded CurlyWurly Fish and Captain Smelly Toes. However, the reindeer were now exhausted and they began to sink, pulling the sleigh down with them. Will Grandma and Grandpa get to them in time? Will Grandma save the day? Will Santa be able to deliver his presents? Fun fact, reindeer are actually very good swimmers. Their fur is designed to trap air for insulation and buoyancy. Fun fact, reindeer hooves expand in summer when the ground is soft and shrink in winter when the ground is hard. The ancient explorer was now close enough to Santa, and Grandma had a great idea. She would use Polly Pieces of 8 to help them. Grandma asked Polly to tie a rope around Santa's sleigh. Then Polly flew back to the ship and helped Grandma and Grandpa pull the sleigh and the reindeer back to safety. Finally, they were all safe and sound, and Santa was so happy that he decided to reward his brave helpers. He dried off the reindeer, fed them with magic food from his sack, and even gave some special seeds to Polly, who was very grateful. Then they all enjoyed some sizzling savoury sausages to celebrate their successful rescue mission. After their feast, Santa, Grandma and Grandpa checked and sorted the presents, making sure they were ready to be delivered to all the children. Santa then set his reindeer to flight mode to zoom around the world to deliver every single present before dawn. Fun fact, both female and male reindeer grow antlers. Fun fact, reindeer noses are designed to warm the cold air before it reaches their lungs. And so, thanks to the quick thinking of Grandma and Grandpa and the bravery of Polly Pieces of 8, Christmas was saved. All the children in the world woke up to find wonderful presents waiting for them, and they knew that Santa and his helpers had worked hard to make it happen. It was a magical Christmas that they would always remember. Happy Christmas, everybody! My Christmas checklist. Put out a mince pie for Santa. Put out carrots for the reindeer. Go to bed early and no peeping. Put out Santa's sack for presents. Write a thank you note. Oh, what an exciting Christmas Dreaded CurlyWurly Fish adventure that was! Poor Santa, he was in a very tricky situation. The dreaded CurlyWurly Fish wanted a snack and the pirates wanted all the presents. I'm so glad that Grandma and Grandpa were able to save Christmas, and they all got to eat those sausages. Do you think that the dreaded CurlyWurly Fish and the pirates are still at the bottom of the ocean? What I liked best about this story was all those fun facts. How interesting were they? I hope you've enjoyed this Shed Time story, and if you want to, you can like, share, follow and subscribe to Shed Time Stories. Then you'll be ready for the next book for us to share together. Bye-bye.